Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I want to look at my team, seeing how well they performed in Game Week 3, then we move ahead to Game Week 4. So if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like in the video as it helps my channel out a lot. Now here we go. Now as you can see for Game Week 3, I got 64 points, above the average of 44, and I made 2 free transfers. So the transfers I made was I removed Luke Shaw, who was injured against Nottingham Forest, and I bought in Romeo, and he paid off with 7 points. So he got that bonus points to make up to 7. Happy days. I wasn't expecting Spurs to keep a clean sheet against Bournemouth, to be honest with you. But I was just looking at the games ahead, like Burnley and Sheffield United at least. You know, if I just thought if I bring in Romeo, if he gets anything, that's going to be a bonus. And yeah, 7 is fantastic, right? I removed Pickford because I had enough already. You know, this season, if I have players who's not performing well, I'm just going to start getting rid of them immediately. I'm not going to hold them for a long time. And I bought in Edison, who didn't keep a clean sheet. But I think with the fixtures coming up, you know, Fulham, West Ham, and Nottingham Forest at home, I'm pretty sure that there's a clean sheet there. So 64 points, 44 the average. So from 3 million, I am inside of the top 1 million. That's good. We'll push on. Now, as you can see, this was my team setup. So Romeo and Chilwell, both of them keeping a clean sheet. Chilwell could have got more points. He could have scored. He could have had more chances to return, but he did not. Edison with 2, Esputunan with 1. Foden was benched, but he came on and got an assist. He only played like 4 minutes, so that worked out really well. Happy for that. And I'm just hoping that he plays against Fulham. And I think this is a good fixture for Manchester City to actually score big. Odegaard with only 2. And Saka with 8. As you can see, he took the penalty. He returned with 8 points there, 1 bonus point. Fernandez was my star, was my big differential, 12 points. Kind of expected him to get some kind of returns in his first 3. He got it all in his Nottingham Forest game. 1 goal, 1 assist, 3 maximum bonus points. Really helped out with the overall rankings. Against Arsenal, listen, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Brighton, I'm not even going to sure. I don't know what's going to happen. Right, it's very, very difficult fixtures there. So there is a chance that I might remove 1 Manchester United player. It could be Rashford, because if his ownership going down and his price is going to go to 8.9, I might just remove him immediately. I might go for Maddison, maybe Sterling, maybe Son. I might try something a little bit different. So we will see what happens. So, but good returns there. Jackson returned. Really happy that he returned. He is a player that looked really good against even Liverpool and West Ham, and he played really well against Luton. He could have got more, and these fixtures are screaming out for him to get a big massive return. And Haaland with a goal, but he did miss a penalty, so that's why I only got 4 points. So if we look at the bench, Bulldog played, which is good. Happy days. Bell played, which is good as well. Turner. Archer could be a player that might start for Sheffield United. So that means that I'll have a playing striker. That'll be great because he did move to Sheffield United. So yeah, we'll see how that works. So happy. Really good game week. Hopefully we get another green arrow. And as you can see, so this is my starting 11. I do have 1 transfer. So I did use both of my transfers in Game Week 3, which paid off. And I'm thinking to actually use my transfer. I know we're going to go through the international break, but I do have my wild card just in case there are some big problems. And I think, like this here, right? You got Arsenal versus Manchester United. Big game, right? But this here, I think I don't need all of this. I think I'll be happy with 2. And it all depends on which player I want to get rid of for someone else. So I'll go through the transfers in a sec. But so let's go through the team. Edison in goal against Fulham. There's a good chance that Manchester City can keep a clean sheet. Now, Esputunan, I don't think he's going to be able to keep a clean sheet. So there is a small chance that I might play Bulldog instead of him. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Chilwell against Nottingham Forest, great fixture for Chelsea to get a big return here. Romero, he's playing really well, and Spurs is actually looking good as well with new players against Burnley. There's another good chance that they can keep a clean sheet, and there could be actually a big score here for Tottenham. Now we've got Foden and Haaland. Great fixture, right? With Foden, I really need him to play, and if he plays with 13.9% owned, he is going to be massive, and there is a good chance that he could return here, like big as well. But we just have to see what happens there. Now for Odegaard and Saka, I can get rid of Odegaard if I wanted to. And for Manchester United players, you've got Fernandes and Rashford. I might get rid of Rashford because Fernandes is actually, he's just creating more chances, and he's a goal threat as well, and he's just on the ball a lot, so there's a good chance they can get bonus points as well, even if he gets an assist. So I'll go through my transfers in a second. Jackson, great fixture, and Haaland there as my captain against Fulham. Now, if we look at this, right, if we look at the fixtures, you got Luton versus West Ham. Don't have any players here. Yes, I would have loved to have Ward-Prowse, but that's just a luxury move, I think. Got Sheffield United against Everton. I know Everton's been performing better, and they got better strikers right now. But I think this is still going to be quite difficult for Everton go to Sheffield United to beat Sheffield United. I think this is Sheffield United's time to actually get some returns, get a point here or even win. Now, Brentford versus Bournemouth. I expect Brentford to do well. So, in Wermo, I'm quite scared of him. But other than that, now for Spurs, there's going to be a lot of people bringing in Maddison, right? But for me, I think if I remove Rashford, I can bring in Son. And I think Son could be the player that is going to play up front. And there is a good chance, he and we know what he can do, right? We know that he can get big returns. So he could be the big differential that I could try my luck with. I've got two Chelsea players quite happy against Nottingham Forest. Yes, a lot of people are going to go for Sterling. And I'm okay with going without him for now. I really want to try and get in another player from a different team. But yeah, I could probably get Sterling, who knows. If we get some press conferences where I've got some players injured, yeah, I might have to go for Sterling, right? And Manchester City against Fulham, I've got 3 players there against Fulham. Good fixture, hoping that most of my points comes from here. Difficult fixture to kind of predict here. Brighton versus Newcastle, very difficult. You've got Crystal Palace versus Wolves, again, very difficult fixture to kind of predict who's going to do well. And here, you got Liverpool versus Aston Villa. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't have Salah, I don't have Trent or Watkins, so I'm quite scared of this. But and I've got players here, so I feel like the team that I have, I'm pretty set. Now I wanted to quickly go to DraftHound, just have a quick look at my team, and as you can see, my predict points is like 69 points or something for this team. And you can see the top suggestion is Fernandes to Sterling. If you guys want to use this website, please use the link in the description or in the comments. I'm just going to have a quick look at the points predicted for each game week. So for game week 4, as you can see, Sterling's quite high with 6.6. You've got Salah, Bowen, and Wermo. These are the players I don't really have. But I do have Saka, Chilwell, and Foden, right? And you can see Son and Maddison is there. It's quite close. If we look at game week 5, you can see ahead, right? Haaland's always the top, right? But you got Maddison and then you got Son as well that is in the top 5. So that's why I'm thinking to kind of invest in a Spurs player because of these fixtures that's coming up. And then if we go a little bit ahead, you got a lot more Manchester City players with Sterling still around. So Sterling and Son and Maddison is pretty much the players that we should kind of look for. So that's why I'm thinking maybe as an example, if I remove Rashford as an example, right, and then I brought in Son, as the predict points will go a little bit higher, and I'm quite happy with that as well. Then I got at least one Manchester United player with Bruno Fernandes, and I got a little bit more cover from Spurs, just the way they're playing. So that is what I'm looking at, and obviously the teams here, Manchester City, Chelsea, these are the players that you want these are the teams that you want to focus on. You've got Liverpool as well against Aston Villa. If we go to the top 3 for game week 5, which is after the international break, you got Newcastle players now, you know. That's might be the time for us to kind of invest. But you got Spurs here straight up first at home against Sheffield United. Great fixture. You know, Chelsea's still there as well. And if we go to game week 6, Liverpool starts having a good fixture run, or a good fixture there at home against West Ham. Newcastle is still up there third. So, you know, looking at Isak, you know, looking at Trippier, maybe one of the Newcastle midfielders could be someone that we can invest in. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. You guys let me know what you think. Good luck. Gonna go through the press conference, and hopefully none of my players are injured. But I think I'm going to make a transfer. I might remove Rashford or Odegaard. But if there's any other issues in my team, I'll have to adjust. But I really want Son or Maddison or Sterling. So I'm not sure exactly who I'm going to go with right now. Just going to go through the press conference and see what happens. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.